Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Dr. Tom's Tips on Tuesday at 10. I have Dr. Tom Hirsch, inventor and owner of Isolite Xyrus. And today, what we're going to cover is how effective Isolite, or the different evacuation options that Isolite has with regard to eliminating aerosols, fluid, and debris. Good morning, Dr. Hirsch. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Rolando. Good morning, everybody. Rolando, that's quite a mouthpiece. Quite a mouthpiece. Tom's Tips Tuesday at 10. Sure you can't get four more in there? Tom tips. Anyway, good to see everybody. Good, everybody. We're wrapping up the end of this COVID apparatus and the shutdown. So everybody's getting ready to go back to work. So please be prepared, go back to work, be safe. We'll touch bases more on that in a few minutes. But I know today Rolando wanted me to discuss the Isolite Mouthpiece and how the Isolite Mouthpiece reduces aerosol. Correct, Rolando?
Yeah, aerosols and evacuation also.
Okay, so we've got a couple of parts right here. First of all, I'm going to go over the Isolite head and the different functions of the Isolite head and what it does. Number one and most important, the Isolite head, be it the Isolite, the IsoDry, or the IsoVac, connects directly to the HVE. It does not go into the saliva ejector. That's number one. Going into the high-speed evacuation system, make sure that your trap is clean. If it's clogged, you're not going to get good vacuum. If you have a weak vacuum, consider investing in a stronger vacuum. If you have a trap that is not doing the job, change your trap. Sometimes a technician will come out in my office and actually put in an extra trap dedicated entirely to the Isolite. You don't have to do that if your vacuum is good and if your vacuum is strong. So, important takeaway, this goes right to the high-speed evacuation system. The second thing that we do is discussing the vacuum levers itself. We have two levers on the Isolite. This will give us an infinite amount of adjustment that we have to do when we want to adjust the Isolite mouthpiece. So why do we have two? We split them. So we could have more vacuum on the lower arch and not on the upper arch, or more evacuation on the upper arch and not on the lower arch, or we have them both on. Right now, with COVID out there and airborne aerosol, I have it on all the time whenever I have the handpiece going and whenever we have any airborne aerosol being generated. Right at the corner of the mouth, I can shut it down when I need to if there's just too much evacuation going. So that is really important. The second thing that is important in the Isolite head itself, this will come off pretty easily. Make sure that the channels inside the Isolite are clean. You have to clean these every day, make sure there's no debris in there. If you get some debris caught in there, it will reduce your suction. So let's put this back on. Most important takeaway, high-speed evacuation. Now, let's get into the mouthpiece itself. This is a medium Isolite mouthpiece. I'm going to stand up to give ourselves a better background here, and I'm going to go over the anatomy of the mouthpiece. So, important parts of the mouthpiece. Number one, we've got the bite block. This goes on the opposite side that we're working on. In the back end of the bite block, and I'm going to come up a little close here, you can see the back end of the bite block is hollow, and deep within that hollow area of the bite block are two holes that actually connect into the vacuum channel. So as we're doing this, we will actually get evacuation through the back side of the bite block right here. Now, on the sides, if we turn it on its side, we can look inside the mouthpiece. And in the upper area right here, we get evacuation through the entire upper member of this into the palatal valve. You see the hollow channels in there. We turn it over on the mandibular side, we get evacuation through the inferior portion all the way in the lingual vestibule. And this will wrap around into the buccal vestibule out here. So we not only get it when it's closed like that, we'll get the lingual vestibule here and the buccal vestibule out here. If you notice the holes in the mouthpiece, they're there specifically for an important purpose, the external holes right here, the holes that are facing outside, will actually suck in debris from the airborne aerosol from your handpiece. We turn it over, the holes on the inside right here will pull in air and aerosol from the lungs, and when you're breathing out, it will actually be sucked into the back end of these holes right here. Okay, so that's the anatomy of this thing. We have 360-degree peripheral evacuation all the way around with infinite control through the levers right here.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So that's pretty cool. So the mouthpiece is evacuating both from outside and inside the throat. Is that right, Dr. Tom?
That's correct. And the another important thing is to make sure you have the right size mouthpiece. You really want to seal off the entire palatal vault so nothing is getting out. So choose the right size mouthpiece. We talked about that last time, but just as a quick little review, choosing the right size mouthpiece based on interstitial opening. 2 fingers is a small, 3 fingers is a medium, 4 fingers is a large, 25 millimeters, 35 millimeters, 45 millimeters. That will be enough to seal off the area. Yeah.
Awesome. So the 5 things to leave this one is connected to the high vac,
yep,
infinitely variable evacuation, so you can control, and you leave it on the entire time. Is that correct, Dr. Hirsch?
I leave this on the entire time that I'm drilling. As I've got any airborne aerosol that's being generated, I leave it on the entire time. I used to turn it off when I wasn't drilling anymore. But now, as you said, I leave it on all the time just to make sure that we're capturing everything that we can from the inside and from the outside.
Great. And then finally, the holes evacuate upper and lower as well as through the bite block. And it also can take debris, and it also evacuates around the sides, correct?
Correct. Now, there's another little trick that you can do also. When this is in the mouth and you're working on the left-hand side, if you ever notice that there's any pooling of fluid down in the floor of the mouth, what you can do, and I will demonstrate this in my own mouth, is you can actually have the patient turn towards the side of the bite block, and gravity will actually pull everything over and evacuate into the contralateral side. So just like this. Okay.
Right.
I'm looking here. I know you know what I'm saying. We keep there, so I know you know what I'm saying. Working on the left side like that. Working on the right side like that.
So let me translate. So let me translate. When you place it in, if your patient is pooling, turn the head towards the bite block, and because it evacuates through the bite block, the fluid will start coming out that way, because if you turn it the other way, it'll pool on the other side. Is that what you said, Dr. Hirsch? Awesome. Thank you.
We gotta have some fun. We've been so doggone serious for so long. Golly, we gotta have some fun. I have so much fun. They had to take out extra insurance just to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing on camera.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. First of all, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Dr. Hirsch, or if you have any questions for us, please let us know. Viewers out here, if this is helpful for you, please feel free to share this information. Let everybody know. And it's the tips and tricks that we have here is based on Dr. Hirsch's experience. If you like it, share it. If you have questions, let us know. Thank you so much, Dr. Hirsch. Appreciate it. Any closing words as we close down our tips for today?
Yeah, be prepared. We're going back to work. I mean, we're going to get back to work really quick here. You know, I have the best news today. Starbucks is now open across the street from me, so now I don't have to make my own coffee anymore. So that's an indication that this thing is opening up. Be ready to go back to work. Get all of the protective stuff that you need so that you're not caught up in any shortfalls of any gloves and masks. You know, they're hard to come by right now. So whatever protective equipment you need and whatever supplies you need, make sure you get them so that you're ready to go full stream when you get back to work.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great week. Thank you so much. We will see you all again next week. Send us any questions you have. Thank you, sir. Be safe. It's a pleasure. You kill me. Love it.
Thank you very much. And once again, it's Tom's Tips on Tuesday at 10 today.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.